Hi, Leonard.
Leonard, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing well. Going back to Judge's post-game comments, what did you think of how strongly he indicated that, guys, teams before under previous regimes, might have checked out, but that this program is stronger at this point of the season when you guys are eliminated?
I think that's really important. Building a culture and identity like that, especially in like a year like this where, guys are obviously disappointed in, how things turned out. Everybody, the team, fans, all the New Yorkers obviously upset about how the season played out. But, things like that are something that we can, see the light in. And I think it does make a big difference, especially in like a losing season. It's easy to find the good things in a winning year, but it's like, in a down year like this, it's like you have to find what is working for you, and I think that's what's working for this team is knowing that we have a lot of guys that are willing to fight all the way to the end, whether that's the end of the game, end of the half, end of the season, whatever it is. And I think like having a lot of guys like that creates a good culture around.
Why do you think you guys? If no one's tapping out, why aren't you guys tapping out?
I'm not sure. I think it's a combination of the type of guys that people want to bring into that, the people higher up are bringing into the building. I think Coach talks a lot about, we have a lot of second chance guys or things like that where, people have probably been on the streets or turned down by another team or, second chance guys, he would call it. And, having those type of guys around, creates a certain identity and a certain culture and a certain fight and, blue collar type of, everyone has like a chip on their shoulder type of guy. And I think those type of guys just don't have no quit in them. We're obviously disappointed about, not getting those wins, as many wins as we needed to go to the playoffs or, have a winning season. But just having that culture is a big deal.
Thanks.
I'm Rock.
Leonard, first of all, I wanted to congratulate you. I'm sure you heard that you were named our 2021 Good Guy Award winner, which we named after George Young and Ernie Accorsi. So congratulations on that. Thank you very much for the entire season of insightful and thoughtful answers that you gave to our many questions.
Thank you. I'm actually surprised about that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Oh, nobody's supposed to be. I thought Julian told you when.
Oh, no. I found out about it today, but I was just surprised that out of everybody that I won the award because, sometimes when I'm being brought in, I give like, Dion and some of the staff a hard time about talking to the media. And I feel like, I get, the whole incident about talking about the fans and stuff like that. I just didn't think that, I would be the good guy.
Well, dude, we don't let Dion vote, so that's.
That's good.
So I actually had a question. Just how long ago does the first Washington game feel to you guys? And when you pop on the tape, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember back then. I remember that game.
Yeah, that does feel really long ago, actually. Now that this week has come up, I was almost thinking the other day, like, wow, the season kind of flew by. But then there's times where you think back at like games like that, where you're like, okay, it actually didn't fly by. That was like a really long time ago. And, it's a whole different team compared to what we played the first time. Whether that's different scheme, different guys, different weather, all type of stuff. It's going to be a whole different ball game. And it's interesting how long ago that was.
Do you look back at that game and you say, boy, things could have really been a lot different if we had figured out a way to win that game?
Yeah, I obviously think about that about a lot of games, There's always a play, there's always a score or something like that you just wish you would have got back, a game or something like that you just wish you would have got back. And, you just have to keep going forward and make sure you learn from those type of plays or situations or downs or games or whatever you want to call it, and just try not to like leave anything out there on the table,
We'll take one more.
Thanks again, Leo.
Yeah.
Hey, Leonard.
How you doing?
Good, good. You mentioned about, why this team is not, quitting, tapping out and things like that. You've been here for a little bit of time now. In the past coaching regime, at the end of this season like this, did you feel that? Did you sense it that you guys were kind of sliding down and this year you're not? Was it different a couple of years ago?
You're saying with the coaching staff that was here before?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to compare just because I got traded, midway through the season. And even though I had like 8 games, which should have gave me enough time to kind of get a sense of what's going on around here, it was, it was a lot going on for me during those 8 weeks individually, being traded and focusing on myself individually, like learning a new system and learning new teammates and all that type of stuff that I didn't really get a grasp on, like everything else around me, my environment, So it's kind of hard to, talk about them both. But, I've definitely been on teams before in general, or been around guys in general, especially like older vets that sometimes, tap out when things start to get hard, or, we pretty much know we're not going to the playoffs now. And, a lot of people would be like, we're playing for nothing at this point, Whereas, like, guys are still breaking down the huddle today after practice and saying, we got one more opportunity, That's what I love about this team is we see everything as an opportunity, and we want to take advantage of every opportunity we get.